Hi everyone, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Gold Edition. We're going to be doing some more work on here, and I think to begin with we should probably do some contracting work because we don't really have many jobs of our own to do at the moment. We do have to do the wool. I said this last week. We have to go and sell our sheep wool, and for that I think we should probably use the lorry and a tractor. So we put the tractor with the front loader on the low loader, take it all down to the sheep, put the pallets on the trailer, put the tractor back on the trailer and bring it to the sell point. That way we don't have to travel down the road with the pallet on the pallet tines, so safer, and also if we have multiple pallets it will also be quicker. But we'll do that later. First of all, I would like to find a good job to do. Now most of the jobs are jobs where you have to use the forklift, the front loader, and you're just moving stuff about, which I don't really want to do too much. Like fizzled out here, you've got to use the front loader like we were doing before. It'd be nice to do something like mowing or something. At the moment we've just got take wheat and barley to 2 sell points. We could do that, or we could wait. I think we will do one actually, just to begin with, just a quick one. So that also depends if we've got any grain as well. We might not even have any, which we probably don't. 13 tonnes of wheat and 78 tonnes of barley. Okay, that's out of the question. We don't have any. So we might then just do the first mission here fizzled out, and then we won't do any more front loader ones from then. There was one about an hour ago in game where you could go and mow the residents' lawn because they couldn't be bothered or something. That would have been quite good, so I'm going to wait for something like that to come up again. But to begin with, we will take, I think it's a cultivator, no, it's a drill. We'll take the drill off here, and we'll then take this front loader tractor up to the starting point, wherever it may be, the flashing green circle, over at the biogas power plant. We will also put the weight on the back. So as I say, I don't really want to be doing too much of this kind of thing because we've done it before and it's not the most exciting thing in the world. And we need to put our pallet tines on. Should be okay in that position, and we'll head up there. Now there is a shortcut thankfully because it's quite a long way. We need to go over the river, and one thing which I've only just really thought of is there's not really any wind in Farming Simulator, or no wind at all. I guess when you've got more wind in the UK at the moment at least, it makes you think about it more, makes you realise more when you join the game that it just doesn't seem totally right as there is no wind at all. It would be amazing if wind was implemented into Farming Simulator, along with seasons. People have been requesting seasons ever since the very first one. I can remember being on the forums and everyone saying, oh please make a seasons mod, and then other people saying it just wouldn't work because you can't do combine harvesting and stuff in the middle of winter. Is this the right way? Yeah, I think it is. I really do like the idea of having seasons, like you could do snow ploughing and stuff, but maybe winter might have to be quicker than the summer. Otherwise you can be sat around for a long time doing nothing. I suppose for livestock farming it doesn't make much difference. Anyway, let's get this pallet picked up. Starts counting from the moment we take it off this pad. There it goes. So we're taking this to the village grain elevator, and if I'm quick about it we should be able to get a bonus. The bonus prize. It's just which way is quickest, that is the question. I think probably stick to the main roads. It's probably longer in length, but maybe not in time. So we'll just keep going. Yeah, when this is done, we will move on. Hopefully there'll be a better job. If there isn't, we'll do the wool, and then we'll come back to the jobs after that. I'd also like to do some chickens, but probably not just yet, as we don't really have much money. Come on, come on, I've got a delivery to make. Don't turn right. Oh. Road rage. We have bonuses to get. Not really too keen on the deliveries of grain. Not really too interesting. The ones where you deliver stuff on a front load, it's not too bad, but I would prefer to do something like mowing. We should get the bonus. We really should. I suppose the only other thing you could do is get a faster tractor. I can see the destination. Oh yes, we've got a bonus of £720. That is pretty good really, for transporting it that really short distance, plus the actual cost that we get for actually doing it, 4,000 or something. I'm happy with that. Anyway, we'll go back to the job board, see what else there is. If there's nothing decent, we'll do our sheep. Losing sight. No, we won't do that. So let's get the lorry started up, and then we can go over to our sheep. The productivity of the wool is 100%, so they must be producing quite a lot. I think it probably does cram it all into the first pallet though until you move it, so it should only be one pallet, but it'll be a fairly full pallet. It's not going down. It does go down with the drive control mod. If you have the engine running, the tailgate will go down. The ramps do. It looks like it doesn't with manual ignition. You learn something new every day. Oh yeah, I might want to turn the engine off. Actually, that looks really weird. I probably shouldn't have put it at that angle. I should have just kept it on the flat bit. Anyway, we'll be putting the pallet up there next time. So let's head up there now. Or down there. It is a fairly long way, I think. Yeah, right down at the bottom. But we're in the speed lorry. Speed Tatra. I'll have to bring Euro Truck Simulator 2 back as well. I haven't played that for a long time. It's because I'm doing spin tyres and the RC Monday at the moment, and then Farming Simulator all the other days, so I haven't really had time to do them, to do any Euro Truck Simulator videos. So this is our sheep on the left. I think the wool pallets appear in front of the shed. Somewhere here. Yeah, just there. So at least it's a good place to park. They've still got lots of feed to be going at. That's probably why their productivity is so good. This is something I'm really bad at, loading a pallet up from inside the cab. I'll give it a go, but it probably won't end well. Has it actually gone through? Wow! That does not happen very often. I'm awful at loading pallets. Now we've just got to get it on the lorry. I don't really want it on here, it's the only thing we've got that can transport it easily. Well, that seems to have worked quite well. And that should be all of our wool on the trailer. Let's just have a look here. Yep, that's all done. 0% now. So we'll put this back on here a bit more safely this time. I always forget to turn the engine off. And that should be a much easier and safer way of transporting our wool. So we now need to find the spinnery. You know, I've done a map. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's not too far from here, actually. It's just, if we turn right at the next roundabout, we'll actually end up pretty much at the spinnery. I think we're okay for fuel. So all we have to do is head all the way up here. The spinnery is somewhere on our right. I think that is actually where we did our pallet delivery from a few weeks ago. So I do know where it is. Is the pallet still there? Oh yes, good. Certainly a faster way of doing it, because it's much faster than the tractor. And that must be the sell point. Fairly simple, really. Now we've just got to do it again. Got to do it twice in a row. Is that on? I think it's on. And get ready to see how much money we get from this. £4,844. So not bad really for something which has just been sitting there in the background, producing money. We'll have to do it again when there's a few more pallets, if we can just collect them all up and sell them all in one go. Then we can get heaps of money. We can just drive through there with the low loader. They'll all sell at once. Anyway, I think the best thing to do now is to head back to the yard. We'll see what's on the job board. Hopefully there's something good now, because there wasn't before. And if there is something good, we'll take the job. If there isn't, I guess we'll have to have a bit of a wander about and see what there is to do. There is great demand at the mill for corn. We do have that field which does need to be harvested. It's actually ready. I'm going to get corn. So I think if there isn't a good job here, we will harvest our cornfield and get that sold off while there is a great demand on. If there is a good job, we'll obviously take it. I'm not going to do any pallet jobs and no corn carting jobs, only if there's something really interesting. It's actually a really long way to the yard. I can't believe how long it is. We got in just before the traffic did. Let's do a bit of running over to the job board. There's our combine. Everything that we use here is from Gold Edition, as you'll probably have already noticed. I'm trying to keep all the Gold Edition machinery to this series. So we have got the West Lawn one back, where the local residents can't be bothered to meet their grass cutting commitments and ask you to mow their lawn for them. Also Black and White and Falling Fruit, those two we're going to ignore. So yeah, just doing a bit of mowing. Oh, hang on. Losing sight's come back. Oh, well, we're not going to bother with that. So we've accepted doing a bit of mowing. And that is very close to the field we did actually. It's the vegetable warehouse area. So we're going to have to get a suitable tractor on the mowers. Next week we'll be doing the corn harvest and we'll get it all cut for them. These local residents, they can't be bothered to just get the push mower out. They have to wait until a tractor comes to do it. More work for us though. We will put the front weight over here. Notice I've gone for the biggest tractor we've got. And these two mows actually aren't from Gold Edition. Okay, so we've now got our equipment on. We just need to have a bit of a drive up there. It's not looking like a very big piece of land. I didn't even know there were houses there actually. We will take the good old shortcut over the river. And the reason why I'm doing these jobs is just to get a bit more income, because you've probably noticed we're not doing too well financially in this series, so it would be nice to actually have a bit more money to play with, because I'd like to do some more animal work. We don't really need to buy any more equipment. I'm not buying anything for that. It's really for the livestock, although we might eventually get some mods in, but I'm trying to avoid them in this series. Maybe something like a bale wrapping mod. So it's not the first field. I think the first field's got trees in anyway. It's the very first field without any trees on the right, so that should be easy enough. Actually, it's not even a field, it's just bumpy terrain. It's this bit of land here. Now it's a tiny piece of land. We'll get this cut for them in no time. Someone should buy them a ride-on mower or something. Here goes. Actually, I'm glad I did get the biggest tractor. It seems to be struggling. And I would think with a job like this it would take a certain percentage, so you might not necessarily have to finish the job for it to say job done. I can remember when we were doing missions in Farming Simulator 08 and 9, you would only have to do a certain percent for it to recognise that the job has been completed. I don't know if the system's got any more advanced from then, but I would imagine it's fairly similar. And this is probably only the third or fourth time that I've actually done the missions in Farming Simulator. I really haven't done too many of them. A lot of mod maps don't even have the missions, so that is the main reason. I wonder if we could benefit from this afterwards and actually come and bale it. If we can take the produce off it as well, not only do we get paid to cut it, whereas we wouldn't have before, but we actually get to keep the bales as well. That'd be really good. I suppose one of the perks of doing contracting work. I'm guessing that we're actually not being timed, we're just given an allocated time slot to do it in, I suppose, like a few hours, get it all done in that time. We don't have a time bonus. I don't know really. We might do. We'll just have to wait and see. So we're coming close to the end. We've done all of that. I'm sort of expecting it just to come up and say you've been paid. Oh, look at that timing. So it is still working on the same basis. We got a time bonus of £5,000. We must have been seriously fast there. Well, we're not going to do them a rough deal. We are definitely going to finish the field for them. And I can't see any reason why we can't just bale this now. I don't know if it's common land or something. It doesn't say we own it. And there we go, all finished. So only one thing left to do now, and that is to head back to the yard. I think really that has actually been quite a productive day. Usually we're spending money. Today we've actually managed to bring in a fair bit of income from not too much work. We'll have to remember we've done that. We'll keep the growth rate on slow, and in the future we'll come and row it up, bale it, possibly silage bale it, just depends what we need at the time, whether it's hay or silage, or we could just bring a forage wagon, I suppose. Anyway, it's Friday. We're going to have an early finish. We'll just park up. That is our work for today done. Time for some tea. You would not want to fall in there. And yeah, next week we'll get the combine going. We will harvest all the field which is in front of the farm, field number 19. Hopefully there'll still be a great demand for it. There might not be. We'll have a look how long it's going to last for. So great demand for the corn. It's actually going down anyway, but there should be a great demand anyway for 8 hours. So that will have actually gone by next week. So we'll probably harvest it anyway as it is ready, and we'll put it into storage. Next time we get a great demand, we'll be able to sell it. The wheat is also ready, and I'm assuming the field over the other side, which I think is canola, that must be ready too. So we've got lots of harvesting to do again, but that'll be next week. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, and until next time, bye for now.